And now to the assessment 4.2. And here might be tedious for you, but here the answers will be yes, and we go through that as well. And here it is. You can look it up here. And the review of manual of behavior assessment battery for school-age children who stutter. Question 1. Does the manual provide information on the purpose of the test? The answer is yes. Does the manual provide full list of test contents? Yes. Does the manual provide details of quantitative methods used for item analysis? Yes. Is the study design appropriate for validating the instrument? Yes. Is the sampling strategy, i.e. how participants were selected, reported? Yes. Is information provided on the sample population characteristics? Yes, by age. And you have age, yes. And also gender, yes. Geographic region, yes. Social linguistic grouping, yes. Socio-economic status, no. Normalcy, including those excluded, yes. Is the sample size adequate for each age group? Yes. Were testers used in sampling representative of those who will use in clinical practice? Yes. Does the manual provide information on user qualifications for test administration and evaluation? Yes. Are measures of central tendency, that is mean, median, and variability, standard deviation, standard error or of measurement available for standardized scores in each subgroup? Yes. Is test-retest reliability measured and reliable? Yes. Is test-retest reliability measured and reliable? Yes. Is intra-rater reliability measured and reliable? Probably yes. Are reliability data provided separately for each group or population? In tests where separate norm tables are presented different age groups? Yes. Is internal consistency reliability measured? Yes. Is construct validity measured? If so, specify formats. Empirical evidence of relationships between the test construct and that is empirical evidence of relationship between literature, stuttering problems, and professional knowledge base by clinicians and researchers. Yes. Is concurrent validity measured? If so, specify criterion. The speech situation checklist measures of emotional reaction and speech disruption correlate significantly with the behavior checklist and age 6 to 15. And here I refer to the manual, table 1, page 13 for correlations. And the test used is the Pearson product moment correlations. So the answer is yes. And now to the question 24. Is internal validity measured the relationship between subtests, composite scores, and total scores examined. And here is the correlation in between tests. And the answer is yes. Is predictive validity measured? If so, specify association between scores and outcome measures. The speech situation checklist, emotional reaction, and the speech situation checklist, speech disruptions, can be said to have criterion-related validity, as clinicians have long observed the association between these variables and the speech-associated responses of avoidance and escape. Moreover, reference to Table 1, page 13 mentioned above. And here you can see the difference between the children who stutter and the children who do not stutter. So the answer here is yes. 26. Do the test materials and administration process have face validity? And my answer is yes. Does the manual provide detailed description of administration and scoring procedures? And my answer is yes. Patients of the test reported, and there is no answer to this. And now to the third form, the test review from form assessment form 3. And once again, the test is behavior assessment battery for school-age children who stutter. And the authors is Bratton and Van Rickenheim. Publishers, the Pure Publishing Inc., date of publication 2007. Cost, full test record sheet £14.62. And the record sheets in Sweden for Swedish population needs to be translated from English. Construct measured? Yes. Purpose. The purpose of this test battery is to provide a multi-dimensional inside view on how a child feels, is affected by, copes with, and thinks about his or her speech. Age range 6 to 15 years. Psychometric ratings. And here it goes on, so I think we have gone through this already because there were some confusions with the assessment forms. So you can say that assessment form 3, as you can see, is very almost identical with assessment form 1. But anyhow, we go through it, but there might be some differences. The psychometric ratings, validity, concurrent and predictive validity, see above. Reliability, test, retest reliability and intertest reliability, see above, already mentioned. Sample, a sample of 111 boys and 28 girls, American English-speaking children who stutter, compared to a group of 578 elementary and middle school age children who do not stutter, and that's 281 boys and 297 girls. And the administration, the materials needed is the whole package of the behavior assessment battery, including the manual and assessment sheets for the speech situation checklist, emotional reactions, the speech situation checklist, speech disruption, the behavior checklist, and the communication attitude test. Scoring sheets for CAT, the communication attitude test, and norm sheets for all tests. Comparison between children who do not stutter and children who do stutter. The mean scores, the standard deviation +1 and the standard deviation +2. And for the basal, we have the lowest possible score for the whole behavior assessment battery is 110 points, and the ceiling, that is the highest possible score on the behavior assessment battery, is scored to 633 points. The time taken is 15 minutes approximately for each test, in all 1 hour. And the score types, we have gone through that. For the speech situation checklist is 1 to 5, where 0 indicates no problems and 5 indicates severity of problems. For the behavior checklist, there are yes or no answers, where yes indicates problems. And with the communication attitude test, the CAT, there are answers to indicate true or false, and the problems are indicated in the score key. And this test is used with peer November the 7th in 2010. And the test assessment procedure and scoring is done with a friend and tested clinically November the 11th in 2010. Now to the KVs, and here we have the objections against test procedure or test constructions. And this is answered with reservation to wrong interpretations of scientific term in English. And here my conclusions are that it is too early to put forward caveats, protests against a well-validated and reliability-tested instrument by first sight. You have to give the assessment battery a fair chance by using it regularly or as a part of a scientific project before this. However, what is generally concluded by statisticians is that scales with even numbers are to prefer before odd numbers, and that is 4-point or 6-point scales instead of 5-point scales. This to give the respondent alternatives that are on the plus or the minus part of the scale. That provides more clear responses generally, avoiding the trap of respondents that are insecure but answers to the question anyway with the alternatives in the middle, interpreting as a neutral answer. This was a procedure we used in the construction of tests within the framework of clinical test constructions within research in audiology. And that referred to 2 thesis projects and 1 research and development project. References on the www.prosody.net. And now we will continue after a short break with the WASP, the evaluation of WASP, the right-hand stuttering self-rating profile. Okay.